pay my respects to the true sovereigns, the caretakers and the custodians of this place you call Melbourne. The Wurundjeri, Woiwurrung, the Bunurong, the Kulin Nation. Only 230 odd years ago, well, Victoria was even less time. Very healthy, robust people who had a sustainable law, sustainable environment, disease-free, basically, and then it was brutally occupied by the British Crown. There's still the law here today. When you examine it all, and at the end of the day, you'll realise that we haven't ceded our sovereignty over this land. Terra nullius and that indoctrination and propaganda and deceit that built all this wealth here is stolen wealth. It's not a commonwealth, it's stolen wealth. Australia's a crime scene. If you look at what defines genocide in the United Nations Convention, 1949, it was ratified by the fledgling Liberal government at the time, the Menzies government. They ratified that law, but they never ever made it a law. They never ever legislated against the crime of genocide, knowing full well that they'll be robbing the Aboriginal people, denying their human rights. So that's where the Liberal Party comes from, built on that stolen wealth. They failed to recognise our humanity when they first arrived here. No? Your country's built on the ideals that you don't need to recognise human rights. Is that right? Yeah. That's why you haven't got no law now. You know? It's time for the people to stand up to this lying, racist, demonic system. Who are raping this sacred land. This is where all this wealth comes from. Our people were reduced to less than 700 people in 1920 here in good old Melbourne and Victoria. The same state, the first one to constitute on the basis of terra nullius. We were written off, our people. This is the heartland of colonisation, Victoria. It's called the Premier State. This is where your White Australia policy came from, in the Carlton Gardens up here. This is the heartland. This is like Wall Street in the Southern Hemisphere, Collins Street. Built on lies, deceit, fraud, indoctrination and propaganda. It's hardly a good basis for law, right? Our people have law, and we're the divine source of jurisdiction. It came from our Creator. And our jobs as people on this earth was to look after it. That's all we had to do. And to share. Ever read one of our Dreamtime stories? It's about sharing. It's about caring. Pretty simple. Stone Age stuff. So you look at all this stuff, the modern day technology today, it works from a stone called a crystal. Now, we're not stupid people. We didn't exploit. We didn't use technology the way the white man uses it. It was our people who invented your helicopter, your laser beam. David Deniapon, the man on the $50 note. He done all that. But we knew about greed, because we've got a long history in this country. You know what jealousy, greed and those things do? Greed will eventually destroy you. You must share. Get it into your head. You don't own nothing. If anybody owns land in this country, surely it's the people who have been here for hundreds of thousands of years. And we don't say we own it, we say it's our mother. It's our mother. It's your mother too. That's what unites us. If the rights, just the fundamental human rights of the First Nations in this country were recognised, you will cripple this regime. They can't deal with the truth. The country's built on lies, terra nullius, the empty land indoctrination, right through the education system, all of that. Australia's an institution of racism. It's a monument to racism. It's built on genocide and sustained acts of terror, oppression, repression and suppression. That's what all these concentration camps are about. Okay? They're creating the conditions with the intent to destroy our people. No? We're quite capable of taking care of ourselves. Why is it the white man manages our welfare, our royalties and our heritage? And we ain't got a job. You know, we're treated like children in this country. How do you figure that? These people are demonic. You need to stand up. You need to step up. Step in, step out, get down, get up. Uprise, rise up. Before it's too late, people. You know, there won't be any air left. Yeah. It's the Revelations revolution. It's about the truth. It's about the truth. Right? That's what will destroy this mindless, demonic, corrupt society that we call Australia today. And I'm not talking about the people. No, the Australian people are beautiful people. But you've got a demonic system here, people. Right? Until we get rid of it, you know, the way they treated their own people was bad enough. You know what I mean? We are human beings. We all bleed red. You know, let's recognise each other's human rights and respect each other. That's all we want. And we'll be quite happy. We'll survive alongside, which is all easy.